So on today's, I decided to call this Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner.
Isn't it cute?
In front of the Chinese restaurant.
Chinese restaurant. We're right outside of Virtual Fitness because we actually don't have a corner yet. We haven't the word yet. And what I want to talk about today, a topic for discussion, is mindset. Mindset when it comes to the gym, when it comes to working out, and the importance of having a clear mindset. And let's go from there. So I'll start with you. What do you think that mindset is? And I can cut and paste, so you don't have to worry about it.
Mindset is
What's important to you?
what's important to me. You got to have your mind right, because when you come into them, or even if you don't have your mind right, hopefully your partner has their mind right. Because you can go in and you can show up at the gym every day and you can put in the work. But if your mind is not into a goal, like, what is my goal? Your mindset, you have to have that goal. You have to have, what is my next goal? Whether it's, I'm going to come 5 days a week. What are you going to do those 5 days a week in the gym? There's steps to that process. But if you're new starting out, then of course you have the baby steps. Like, okay, I just want to show up.
Yeah.
I just want to show up. Let me put my workout britches on.
And talking about showing up, that's really important, because as a coach and us having our own classes, I do tell people that almost 90% of the hard work is walking through the door.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk through the door and you make that movement to actually make that idea in your head that you've committed to getting it done, walking through the door is the hardest thing. Because once you're there, you're going to get in it. You're going to either fall in with the class, if you're taking a class, or if you are working out on your own, you're going to see other people working out and you're going to want to get some sort of workout done. Even if that means being on a treadmill, you're still going to want to do something because you've already made that first step of that commitment of walking in the door.
Right.
I will say that mindset and going back to having a partner, it really has that accountability factor to it, because there are people who are not always accountable to themselves, or they choose not to be, or for some reason the willpower of saying, oh, not today, I'll go tomorrow, or I'll start next month, and then they look and it's been 3 months. When you have somebody that you've said, hey, let's do this together, it really does make a difference, because I know that there are times where I do not want to come to the gym.
Me too.
I don't, Me too. And I'll text her at like 10 o'clock at night and be like, 5 a.m. tomorrow, and she'd be like, yes, ma'am. And I'll be like, oh man, and then there are times I wake up at 4 and I'll be like, oh, I don't want to go, or I'm just not there. But I know that she hasn't messaged me that says she's not going. So that means that she's on the way already.
Yes.
So I get up and I come and I show up, and 90% of the time, actually 99% of the time, I am happy that I showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Once I might complain coming in. I might not want to be here at times. It might feel like it's hard work, and I'm like, why? But once we get it and once we're done, I'm happy about it. I'm happy I came. I'm happy I done. I got it in. I feel good, and I feel like I've added another notch to my belt of achievements, whether it be big or small. So I have that, and that's all about mindset too, of how you perceive the gym.
Yeah, you can't. In comfort zones.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about stepping through the door, and actually for me, stepping through the door is one of the easy things, but joining into a class or joining into those things, that's like the next big step that you have to take. And you don't have to take a class. There's a lot of people that are like, I don't want to be around other people when I'm working out. But atmosphere too makes a difference. If you feel comfortable with the gym that you're at, those kind of things. But back to what you can control. You can control what goes on in your head, why am I doing this? And if it's to get healthier, and I know most people are like, oh, cause I want to lose weight. If you come in here and you train with us, you hear us all the time. It's not about the weight. Let's get healthy. And if you get healthy, and if you're thinking about your health and on down the line, because I'm no spring chicken. She's a spring chicken.
I'm no spring chicken.
She's reminded me twice today. That
oh
I'm
my
old.
God.
But
I said it lovingly with kindness.
But anyways, those kind of just to get healthy, those are things that you have to come in with the right mind, and that this is going to be a process. It's a process, and being around positive people, because they do say the 5 people that you hang out with, those are the people that will lift you or drag you down. So who are the 5 people that you're around that will elevate you to, whether it's a spouse, whether it's a child, even, because my kids have always inspired me to work out and to be healthy. And that's one of the reasons when I was 23 and started getting into the fitness industry was because I was so young, and here I was like a big girl. I was a big girl. And I was like, how am I going to be running around with my kids? You know, the reason why I wanted to have them young was so that I could run around and play with them. And then here I was like a size 22, 24, and I couldn't even do anything without, oh my God, I'm dying.
I feel that same way too.
So it's like my mindset was, you know, I want to have kids young so that I can hang out with them. But then I got big, and it's like I can't hang out with them. And it's not even it's not even a matter of being that I was big. It was like I had no heart. Like my heart was not.
No endurance.
I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle running down the street or climbing up the steps or stuff like that.
I have to say that's the same for me too. I always tell, especially my clients and even myself, what's your why? Like, why did you start? Why do you come? Because you have to identify your why in order to stay committed to it. If you have a why that is not attainable or not, if there's no emotion behind it, you're not going to be committed to it. And my why is because I want the same thing. I have young kids, and I want to be able to run after them, and I want to be able to participate in activities with them. But I also want them to see me taking this seriously for myself, because I feel like as they're growing up, if they see how important I made fitness, they will do the same in their life, and they will see that as an example that my mom took care of herself. My mom believed in self-care. My mom, you know, there were times where even though when I woke up in the morning, she wasn't home because she was at the gym. You know what I mean? Like on the Saturday morning, I go to the gym. They sometimes come to the gym with me, and they like that atmosphere. But I'm teaching them young that it's important to have something that gives you your sanity. And for me, coming to the gym is my happy place. It helps with my emotions. It helps me mentally. It gives me sanity on days where sometimes I just want to be like wackadoo and pull my hair out. But it kind of like, it kind of gives me that, it takes the edge off. So.
And speaking along that line, there's days where we come in.
If you can't hear me, it's because Ace Supply started a damn tractor.
One of the things too is that some days we come in, or even I come in, and we're like, we show up and we go and we still do part of the workout, but maybe it's not 100%. Maybe we are not 100% there because we've got crud going on in our life. You know, we're emotional beings. So, you know, maybe I'm dealing with something internally. Maybe I'm as we grow as a person, there's things that we have to deal with, traumas in our past, you know, in our past years, different things that we're dealing with. So we may come in and may not be 100%, but we still showed up. We still followed through with the plan. The same thing I tell my kids all the time. It needs to become a habit. Your mindset needs to be a habit. It needs to be a habit and a lifestyle, because what happens if you don't brush your teeth?
Oh Lord,
your teeth gonna fall out.
Don't talk to me.
What happens if you don't shower?
Don't come near me.
There's things that
I will call you out.
There's things that you do out of habit, you know, and there's things that we do that you need to make a habit. You need to make it be a healthy habit. And it's not, you know, some people are like, oh, but it's, you know, think of it as self-love. Don't think of it as self-love. Think of it as you are able to, when you are healthy and when you have accomplished your goal for even early in the morning, because we work out early in the morning. So when I do my goal early in the morning, it helps set my mindset for the day too. Like I can accomplish whatever I set out to do today. And so that is where the habit kicks in, you know, so that mindset of habit. And I feel like I'm chasing squirrels because I'm like all over the place. But anyways, but mindset is goals, habits,
lifestyle. And the last thing I want to say before we cut this off here is, you know, I joke about today. I normally don't, but today I did joke about her age. And I did mention it to one of my other clients this week too, because she just had a birthday. And I said this with sincere heart. I want to be like you when I grow up, because they do have more on me, but I still want to be there. I still want to be at the gym where they're in their stage of life. I still want to be here showing up for myself. So I'm inspired that I've started now, but I see them here every day hitting it out. And I'm like, if they can do it, I know that I have longevity in here and I can do it. And I can be here, you know, past a certain amount of years. And I think one of my clients that's in my Strength and Scope class, I think she just turned like 77. And I saw her all the time too. I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, I'm here because mentally it's for her and she wants to be there, but also physically, because if something happens to her, she wants to be able to come back quickly. And I have that same mindset, because I do not want to be sedentary the rest of my life, and I don't want to be dependent on devices such as walkers or, you know, wheelchairs if I don't have to. And I want to be able to do me for as long as I can do me. So I think that's why I decided that this was a commitment that I wanted to commit to. And once you do that, there's nothing that's going to come in the way of it.
Yeah. Find yourself a workout partner.
Boom.
Or
Drop
be at
the
a
mic.
gym. Be at a gym that is like your fit family, like fitness
We have a
family.
good fit family.
We have
here.
a good fit family.
We have fun.
Whereas like, even if they're not my clients, and I see them not at the gym, I will find their phone number on the computer and I will be like, hey,
You're a stalker.
I'm like, hey, where are you at? Or I will stalk them out on Facebook and message them. Even if they're not my friend, I'll DM, I'll slide in their DM.
Yep, I've done
and be
that
like,
too.
hey, I miss you. And,
Where
you know,
you been?
so fitness families make a difference. So get in
good
the
coaches
gym. It's your
too,
community.
making a difference. It does.
Make it your community, make it your lifestyle, make it a habit, and get your mind right. Get your mind right.
Boom. Drop the mic. Welcome to our
Shakalaka.
first Coach's Corner. Hope to see more, and we'll go from there.
Yep. Sounds good. Peace out.